Hi Scorpios and cross watchers. Welcome back to my channel where I am your girl, the Hyphy healer, your favorite vibes. Hey! If you are a brand new Scorpio, you've never seen me before, I'm your girl, the Hyphy healer, your favorite vibes healer around here in East Oakland. I sling tarot cards and I be all in your business. Now, you know what I'm saying? God made me with a little razzle dazzle. She did hook me up. So I deliver it with cussing, kikis, joyous, all of the things. If you feel like you're going to like that, go ahead and stick around. But if you're a returning Scorpio, what's up? What's good? What's poppin'? I see you back for the bullshit and shenanigans, baby. I'm here to deliver like like UPS. So let's get into tarot because, bitch, I know that's why you're here. Scorpios, this reads you all the way. This gives very scorpionic energy, okay? I love that. Now, this is for Scorpio. Baby, you're going to have to use your discernment to figure out where you are at in this timeline because we're not going to use all my black girl magic. I say it over and over and over again, and yet people be trying to use my magic. They do, okay? But the gift of the gag of the gift is we all got a little juice. We all got a little something. So you're going to have to bring your something to the table. Scorpios, I feel like in the past, okay? I know a lot of times we don't like to go in the past, but we're going to have to go in the past. I feel like in the past, your life got flipped the fuck upside down. I hate to say that. I hate to put all your business out here in the astrology streets because you know I'm not the one to do it. I don't really like, you know what I'm saying? That's not really my jam. But your life got flipped upside down. You lost your boo, you lost your house, you lost your family, you lost who you thought you was. Everything you thought, everything you knew to be true ended up not being true. Now, this is probably for you in the past. I don't know where you at in the timeline. Again, this is where you try to figure out what it is a nigga saying. But I feel like this is for somebody in the past. Whatever this was, whether you lost your apartment, you lost your house, you lost your job, you lost your place, you lost your boo, you lost your kids, you lost your parents, whatever this was for you, it flipped you upside down. And again, everything you thought you knew, you didn't know, right? And what it had happened was it could have triggered a come to Jesus moment. No, maybe. It could have triggered a come to Jesus moment. And what had happened was you came to Jesus. You was like, look, I'm not even want to smoke. I don't even want it like that. I'm not even trying to, you feel me? I just thought I was over here just deliver my little life. Come to find out everything they want is supposed to be, right? Everything is not what it seems. I'm in a matrix, okay? And so what had happened is you spent some time with spirit. You came to Jesus. You had your come to Jesus moment. You went into a hermit mode. And for those who don't know, a hermit mode is very much scorpionic energy. It's very dark in the sense of like going underneath the surface. Very spiritualistic, very mystic, right? Very of that energy, right? Of the metaphysical practices. That's what scorpionic energy is for me. And so what you did is you went to a come to Jesus moment where you and spirit, y'all sat down, y'all had a little kiki. It didn't come yet maybe because you had to go through some hard things. You had to see why everything had to play out the way it did. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm sure when your tower moment came, you was like, what the fuck? And so Spirit had to explain to you why they had to just knock your whole shit down, and they knocked it down. I'm not even finna act like God didn't knock it down because I know everybody be trying to act like God is cool, and you know what I'm saying? God do be cool. She do be cool, but she also be with the bullshit, okay? And so sometimes she like to knock some shit down. So what happened was she locked your whole shit down, and it made you come to her, and you had to relearn some of your gifts, some of your talents. You had to relearn what you already know in your spirit, right? Some of the higher versions of you had to come online, right? And you had to do some real work. You had to pray, you had to meditate, you had to cry, you had to get it out. You had to be up at night, you had to wake up in the morning, you know what I'm saying? You had to get downloads, all of the things. Now, everybody's not gonna know about the spiritual journey. I ain't even gonna hold you. You're gonna watch this and be like, oh, it ain't for you. Okay, it's not for the weak. Not even gonna hold you. I'm not saying anybody better than them. All I'm saying is that spiritual journey, that bullshit, do not recommend for any old body. I would not just recommend it to any old body, but you went through it. You did it. Okay, and I feel like what's gonna happen is, I don't know if you're still there. I kind of feel like you may still be in that hermit mode. You may be in that spiritual mode where you're still learning spiritual things, where you're still Googling spiritual things, where you're still interested in spiritual things, whether it be tarot, astrology, energy work, past life regression, right? All of these things, indigenous practices, you could still be there. And so I feel like Spirit is telling you it's time to come out of the hermit mode. Yeah. Spirit is telling you it's time to use your gifts for the greater good. I don't know how you feel about that. But if y'all knew and you never seen me, never heard a nigga say this, when it was my turn, when I was talking to Spirit and we was locked in, and they said, go, my child, be with the earth, I was pissed. I was mad. I felt some fucking type of way. I did not want to come back out here with y'all. I ain't even finna hold you. But it gets better. I say all that to say this, Scorpio, it does get better, okay? I'm not going to sugarcoat shit because I'm Aries. And what we do is we do just give it to you how we give it. Bang, bang. Okay? So I'm going to just give it to you how you give it. I too didn't want to come back and share my gifts with this punk ass planet. But we need you. Okay? So if you're feeling that way, like, no, I just want to be with Spirit, I just want to pray, I just want to Allah, I just want to, meditate and all the things, that's not what you're here to do in this life, in this time, and that's okay. You're going to have to share your gifts. I also feel like going back to the past, all of those things that happened to you that weren't so good, that were like a terror moment, that kind of like, did you? I feel like you manifested. Don't come for me. I don't know where you at in it, because I know, you know what I'm saying, we do feel like to tussle a little bit. But I feel like you manifested that. Not only did you manifest that situation, you manifested the tower moment, okay? Because those people were not for you. I don't know why, you know what I'm saying, they couldn't go. I'm not here to tell you why they couldn't go. All I know is they wasn't for you in the next level, in the next evolution of where you was going. So Spirit just had to, you know what I'm saying, alleviate them so that way you can get on. And it worked. It worked. I'm not saying they should have just knocked everything over. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it worked, okay? Because what happened is you opened your own door to personal healing and happiness, okay? And I feel like you weren't going to be able to do that in the state of mind that you were in. I also feel like you are going to have to put down some of the hostilities, or you've had to release some of the people who have been hostile towards you while you're on this journey. Okay, you may have to put down the hostilities, not going to come back to the planet. I'm just a messenger. I'm not saying you wrong. I'm not saying that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying they had said you might want to chill out. Were you in love? Did someone break your heart and that's how this started? Because I feel like that's what had happened. I feel like you was messing with somebody and they wasn't what it all cracked up to be. And then it caused you to have a spiritual awakening, a spiritual moment of some sort. And I also feel like not only was this some type of relationship or some type of, I feel like it was a romantic relationship, which triggered a self-worth, right? So when you went on this spiritual journey, what it did trigger is self-worth. It triggered you leaning into spirit more. And I want to just show you do have the rainbow twice. That's for somebody. If you're somebody who enjoys looking at rainbows, if you are somebody who's happening to see a rainbow today or tomorrow or whatever the fuck it is when you see this, I just want you to know that the rainbow is for somebody. And I feel like you are going to be moving towards your 10 of Cups, towards your happy family, towards your self-worth, because you started this out trying to love somebody else and it led you to who you love and who you want to be. And what will happen, I feel like, for you is once you get more into your power, you will attract and get into alignment with the people, places, and things that are supposed to be there for you. Okay, Ashe, amen. Let me get you some more cards out because yep, love life. Didn't I? See, I had said love life, but y'all be trying to do me. Y'all be trying to do me. Okay, now, love life. Didn't I say this has started with, didn't I? I did say that, and you might be onto a business venture. So this thing might be a business venture for you. You might be some type of spiritual leader of some sort, but Spirit wants you to know that it's okay to walk away from the situation. All right?